Hey all, welcome back to Anonymistan in the Soviet Republic, where a little bit of time has passed since you were last here. We've gone ahead and got the farms and everything all up here built. Mostly everything should be good now to start at least bringing this marginal amount into production. So, let's do that. So the first thing I need to do is assign some fields to the farms. So we'll assign these ones to that one, and we'll assign these ones to this one. Okay. Now, what do I need here? I need some mechanisms here, right? I also need power, but I'll deal with that in a moment. What I need here is is some vehicles. Now, what do I need? I'm going to need covered hulls to collect the crops. I'm going to need tractors to do uh, sowing and harvesters to do harvesting, right? So let's just go and see what we can get with rubles here. There's 6 million of those in the bank, so that should be fine. So let's start with sowing, which is tractors. What? Okay, sort by speed here, I guess. So we got the MTZ-82, which does speed 26. That's the fastest one. Is it? No. We got the ZT, does 28, runs at 30K. Okay. So the this will run through the fields a little bit faster. So I'm gonna bring because I have realistic mode disabled. The vehicles just appear immediately. Uh, right now I need harvesting, and we got the same thing here. Speed 36, 24, 31. This one will do, right? And then we need covered hull. Right. Let's look at capacity on this. I'm thinking I might want to go with... Wait, how much does this produce in a... I don't know. You know, I'm just going to grab these guys. Okay. So let's go down and do the same thing down here. So we go in here and we start with sowing this guy. And then we go to harvesting this guy. And then we go to covered hull. This guy. Okay. I think realistically that should be enough to get that going. Now, I need to get power into here as well, and that's going to need a substation, which I can get. Can I get a substation that covers... Do you have power? No. Okay. Can I get all of it in one? I can, theoretically, but no, it's not worth the hassle, is it? So just, where am I going to put it? What am I going to do here? This might be one of those times where daisy chaining with switches might be a good idea. Yeah, it might be. If you're going to daisy chain with switches, put it somewhere you can actually find them. Okay. Okay, we got that. Medium voltage switch. Do I want to do that or not? Or do I just want to run an actual... Where is the thingy? Where am I getting the power from? That's a good question. Where is the... Where's the... Oh, it's there. Ah. You know what? No, I don't know what. You haven't said it. Oh, yes, right. That is important. Well, are you going to say it before everybody goes, "Wait, what?" And then you go, "I don't know." I mean, maybe. Right. So you have... Ah. Okay, I can grab it off of there. I'm going to put a transformer. And I'm going to put it right about here, where there's a couple of bits of room. Right? And then I can bring this out to here. And this... Nah. Bring this one over to here. Bring it down. Bam. Okay. And I need one more thing. I need a high voltage wire. And I can bring it from here. Whee! Okay. And you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to build it all with rubles. Plus rubles. Oh, come on. Okay, so we'll get things rolling here. And we should have power everywhere shortly. Yes, we have power, which means the farms should start filling up with fuel. Right? Yes, that is happening. Okay, so that means now that these here should actually start producing in the spring. It's too late in the season to plant them now. Now up here, I need some train stuff, and I'm gonna need a loco. So we're gonna go for diesel loco. Um, and if you've been watching, you know exactly what I'm gonna do. Why do you want two of them? Just because. Cargo wagons, yes. Um, what do we need? We need We need a boxcar or two for crops. So, how many do I want? I don't know. Four, maybe? Maybe. Okay, so we got four of them. Now, we're going to go. Wait. Um, I want maximum. No, I want to go wagons. How long are you? 17. So 34. And okay, so I'm going to go max length. Max train length. I don't know. 65 meters? Yeah. Okay. Now, I guess I should assign here as a destination where we'll unload crops. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And here, can't find path. Really? So we go here. Huh. Right. Okay. Are there some signals that are missing? Yeah. Oh, mixed. Okay. So we need that. That's a chain signal. Right. That. Oh, right. That needs to be a chain signal facing that way. And that needs to be a regular signal facing that way. Aha. Right. Add. There, we're going to load crops. And here, we're going to load crops. Yes. Okay. That should allow the stuff to collect into here. Okay. Now what am I going to do? Well, that is actually a fair question. What am I going to do? Right. Well, uh, I suppose it's worth looking into more farm fields. Yeah, yeah, you could do that. What you should probably look into is this business over here. This doesn't seem to be keeping up, does it? No, it doesn't seem to be keeping up. Well, it is going down at least. Yeah, I guess maybe it is keeping up. I'm not sure. I mean, it's down under 300. Now it's. Why did it stop? Is this. Oh, the export's full. So the export from there goes into here. And this is slow. Ah. Okay. And this is running basically. Okay. You are running at 82%. Okay. Well, I'm not sure then. Uh, okay. Right. Plastic waste isn't anywhere close to full yet. Ash is doing its thing there. And we're burning. Okay. So, huh. I might perhaps need to investigate in another uh, trash handling chain somewhere. Right. Anyway, everything should be fine for the moment. Yeah, I think it looks like it's okay for the moment. Let's um, let's take a gander in here. So we imported a couple million in vehicles in the past couple months, which is to be expected to cost a couple million rubles, right? But uh, no, it's going okay there. Total cash right now. Right. So let's just take a look at something here. Uh, import of resources. No. Yeah. Soviet bloc. So electronics and crops, food and meat are the big ones. Uh, the rest of it is relatively inconsequential. Crops is going to be an important one that we're going to need, though, ultimately, because that allows us to produce food, which I think will be the biggest bang for the buck initially, is food. Oh, right, okay. Food. I need to think about that one. Uh, yeah, so if I end up building a food plant, I wonder if what is this? Um, less than a year. How old is it? Oh. So if I kill that, and then we go in here and we buy a refrigeration truck. Um, this one was 2.5 meat at 90. Yeah, yeah, so we'll replace it with one of those. Okay. Anything else indicating that? No. Okay, should be fine for the moment. Right. Okay. Now, I don't know. What are you? Ah, geothermal heat. Okay. Right. Now, what is it that I actually... Oh, this has been running for a minute. Check in on there. Oh, that is going down. Okay. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's still catching up from that disaster I had created a while back. Yeah, that is possible. This is doing fine. That's doing fine. Yeah. Okay. Should be doing fine. Hmm. Well, uh, yeah. I don't know what the next project should be other than building more farms. Uh, why don't you just bring up the map, make it big? Where's the nearest settlement that hasn't been? It's over here. Hmm. Do I try take on a project of waking up the settlements? No, maybe not. No, I think realistically, the next project should be to get loads more farm fields up and get a massive amount of crop production underway. Yeah, probably. Huh. But you know what? I think the goals have been achieved for this episode, which were to show the setup here. Is what'll happen here is um, the tractors will go out in the spring. They'll plant the seeds and all of that, and everything will be nice and solid there. And then it'd be a whole year before we have crops off of that. So I think what I'll do, assuming I remember, is while you're away, I'll plumb in a bunch more fields and farms around the lake here, and get a whole bunch more crops plumbed into this distribution point here. And having done that, then I'll be able to start looking at a place to set up a food factory. And that's going to require, I think, a local village and some other stuff like that. So that will be possibly the project for next time, assuming I remember. You know, odds are good one way or the other, but you know, whether I remember or don't. But this does is basically a stable republic. Uh, it looks like it can handle any of the shocks that are likely to come up, all of that jazz. So I think that's a win. I think really for me, I usually end up at about this point, and then things start going sideways. But anyway, I am going to put the cut here. It's a little bit shorter episode of with actual content than typical. But you know, seriously, we're at the point in this where it's kind of boring to just go, "Oh yeah, I put a farm, and then 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 I put some roads, and then I put a farm, and then I put a farm." You get the point. Yeah. Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. You know. So I'm going to try and spare you that here. Uh, as much as I can reasonably. You know, the odd tweak or whatever, that's fine on camera. But a long project of Now I put a farm, and now I put a farm, and now I put a farm. That's not really the sort of thing that makes sense to drag you through, right? Since I've already established the editing part of this. Anyway, that's going to be all for this time. I do have a Patreon. If for some reason you feel like you want to support the channel, the link is in the description. If not, well, you can ignore the link. It's still in the description either way. And if you don't want to do that, or even if you do want to do that, you also have the option of the usual YouTube business of like, comment, subscribe, or don't. It's entirely up to you. And I guess all that said, see you back next time.